Yeah, lots going on there. So, with that, I'm going to introduce our presenters today. We have Nida and Gaurav, and they're going to be talking about their expansion radar that they built. And really, the focus here is looking at existing customers. How do you engage them and expand within your current accounts, which I know it's something we talk about a lot these days. It's not all new name growth, like how do you expand um, within, but actually doing it is also always, it's been hard, like intent data and kind of some of the historical ways that we've been able to look at new name haven't been as easy to find for existing accounts until now. So with that, I'm gonna pass it over to you, Nida.
Yes, hi everyone. It's been a while since I joined these calls. I used to attend them religiously. Let me start by sharing my screen. I will walk through a mini, like a PPT about just understanding what the architecture is like and what we're trying to do. And then we'll do a quick demo on our system to show you what that looks like. So let me know once you can share this, once you can see my screen. And really, what we're going to be talking about, like Lisa said, is we all speak about. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yep, you're good.
Awesome. So, what we try to do is we have a lead scoring model for net new logos everywhere, right? And it's set up so many times, done correctly, incorrectly, and every organization has one. Now, because I work with a PE firm, there is a lot of cross sell and upsell opportunities which kind of go missing because only if a customer success manager is like in it, really looking for, through the accounts, their own accounts, and trying to figure out where that cross sell or upsell opportunity comes up. And it can be very manual, especially when you have a large set of customers. It becomes difficult to keep a track of different things. And so, what we built is a more inward lead scoring model. Is what we try to do is within the existing customer accounts, we go in new existing as well as old ones which have probably died out and there is still potential opportunity for you to cross sell upsell. You go look for signals, and the signals are something we're going to talk about shortly, and then you kind of score this the same way you would score, say, a net new logo. So how you do lead scoring is for net new logos, maybe you have certain activities, right? Like for a blog there's 5 points, for someone downloading something there's 25 points, and then you say, oh, anyone above 75 points, it's a hot lead, and please send it over to the sales team. In this case, we're looking for different signals and we're scoring those signals, and once it reaches a certain threshold, what we're trying to do is we're going to signal the customer success manager or the sales rep, depending on how your organization is working, and then we give them the accounts, the signals, and then help them understand where they can cross sell, upsell. Cool. We've done this using Clay. I do want to point out that this can be done other ways too. You can have Claude build this for you. You can have Apollo Signal set up this way. We have used personally Clay because we have tested out all of the solutions and we've seen Clay give the right and the most accurate signals in this case. So it could be industry dependent as well. Like I said, I'm not going to go through this again. It's the same thing that I explained. We're doing like an inward lead scoring across. We're trying to find fit and intent. We're seeing certain signals, and then we're going ahead and giving a notification through Slack and writing back to your CRM and helping the executives understand where there's a cross sell upsell opportunity. This is exactly what that whole architecture looks like. So you're reading your customer list from your said CRM. In our case, we are using HubSpot. It pulls in the customer list. You can also upload it if you don't want it connected to Clay. You can upload an Excel. So what we do is within Clay, this whole engine is set up as an agent. We have a scoring agent. It goes through certain signals. Signals like, is there a new hire within the company? Is there a new executive hire? Is there a new team being built? Is there a funding coming in for them? there are different signals. We will look into that. And then if those signals score out, what Claude within Clay does is it finds certain research options, one of it being finding executive hiring within that customer account, and other certain, signals that you would like to set up. And then Claude within Clay does the scoring for the account, meaning it does how much you have to like prepare it to show how each of those signals track out for you. Maybe in our case, we've seen that someone hiring for a new team at an executive level is probably 25 or up in the scoring model, and versus someone uh, hiring at a lower title or something like that. So we do those different scorings, and then based on that score, we have Claude pull out that score, and then the top 10 accounts are sent a notification on Slack to the respective customer success manager to go reach out to this person. It kind of details out, and I'm going to show you that in a bit. This is the account. These are the signals that we have seen, and this is what you should be talking to them about from a cross-sell upsell motion, because this is what we've already sold to them from a product and service perspective. So this is basically the whole architecture. I cannot see the chat, but do we have any questions so far?
And would you be able to give us a list of signals you track?
Yes, I will actually show it to you, and we can add as many as you want as well.
Beautiful.
This is something I've added. Like, what are the signals we have added? There are more than this, but we can definitely share this out with everyone. How we have done the identity, enrichment signal, and the score within Clay. This is something you can replicate and add yourselves, but I'll show you that in a bit as well. This is the signal column, basically a little code within the Clay agent. You don't have to worry about this. This we're going to share as well, but this is just to give you an idea on how that works. It'll be more clearer to you when I show the Clay stuff to you. But basically, this is how it happens within the Clay model. This is the whole architecture. You auto run it. You have Claude do the research. You have those different signals prompts, and then it outputs into Slack. It also writes back to your CRM. And this is some of the things that we personally saw as issues as we were running, and we could course corrected it. So keep in mind, don't have deduplication, meaning this week you have a high score for an account. You shouldn't be sharing the same account every week with the executive, unless it's a new signal, right? Unless you have a new signal to show to that executive and it's ranking higher. So make sure you have all of those, different criterias met. Some of them we have mentioned over here, but just something we had faced as we were, building this up. And so we want to make sure you have those guardrails as well. All right, and this is just a snapshot of the Slack. I'm going to quickly show you my Clay account now and how we run it. So this is how we've built this whole architecture. These are the sources. We're building tables within Clay, and these are the signals, to your point, Nicholas, that we are adding. You can choose to add any other custom signals as you need. We have used job chain. We've used news and fundraising. We've used new hires at executive position. We have used any job posting by these companies. We've used any promotion happening to an executive level within the companies, and some web intent topic data. Now, this is the signals we have used. You can choose to add as many as you want within Clay. It allows you to add, but these are the generic ones that has worked out for us. And what we do is there are a couple of ways. You can, of course, connect your CRM. We didn't want to connect for the demo purposes the CRM, so we uploaded a CSV, just not to share sensitive data, but this is real customers. So you can do that. You can import a sheet. And as you will see, it's going to start building that out within this Clay workflow. It's looking for those different signals, finding them out if we are finding any recently. And then shortly, you will see that it's going to write back to Slack, and it's also going to write back to your CRM. On Slack, you will see you have the top signals coming in. And this, keep in mind, this will be to notify each of the CSM. This is just for the demo purposes. You have how much the score is for why now, basically what the signal is. And then you look for who the play, and then what kind of opening or messaging they can start with. So we give them a little bit of research information on how they can reach out, what's the play around, what kind of signal was it, and then how high of a score it is. You will see some of our signals are very low scoring because some of our clients, as low as 30 is good enough for us to start reaching out, but you can keep that threshold to whatever you need it to be. Like we have one which went high as 80. So
So
this is how we have set it up for ourselves. We've given instructions. To your point, Nicholas, why did we use Claude and what that scoring looks like? This is how we have set it up. But you can choose to set it up and you can discuss with your team if you want to make adjustments. We can share this out with you. But yeah, I would say it would be the same as any lead scoring in any company. For net new logos, you have it set out separately. There might be some similarities in how you score, but there might be some differences too, because some things might matter at an organization and you would want that to be added or customized. And it's the same thing here. You can use this as a skeletal model, but at the same time, if you want to customize this to your need, you can go ahead and do that.